Hello, my name is Miss Young. Welcome to Curriculum Night. I am originally from Savannah, Georgia, and a graduate of the University of Georgia. I'm also a graduate of Wingate University and a National Board Certified teacher. I have been working at J.M. Robinson since the doors opened. Before J.M. Robinson, I worked at South Charlotte Middle School for 5 years. There are 3 groups of students on the 8th grade hallway. Our team name is the Thoroughbreds. So let's dig into the 8th grade curriculum. There are 9 different units, and our units will span from earth science to physical science and biology. Unit 1, we have already finished Unit 1, which focused on Earth's history. In this unit, we studied how we use evidence from rocks, fossils, and ice cores to provide evidence of the changes of Earth over time. Our second unit is Earth's waters. In this unit, we'll study the distribution of water, the distribution of freshwater sources and saltwater sources. We'll also study the unique properties of water, as well as water quality. Unit 3 is titled Evolution. In this unit, we will study the genetic changes of organisms over time and how we establish ancestry between our currently existing organisms and fossils that provide evidence of life that has occurred in the past. Unit 4 is our Ecosystems unit. In this unit, we will study the interactions between the living and non-living components of environments. Unit 5, Disease, is very timely. This unit will focus primarily on infectious diseases and how we distinguish between epidemics, pandemics, and endemic diseases. Again, very timely. In this unit, we'll also study how we prevent the spread of infectious diseases. Unit 6 is titled Microbiology and Microbes. In this unit, we'll study chemical reactions such as photosynthesis and cellular respiration that take place in living organisms, primarily microbes. Unit 7 is biotechnology. And in this unit, we'll study how living things or parts of living things are used to make useful products and useful chemicals, and how we genetically change organisms in order to achieve useful or desirable characteristics. Unit 8 is chemistry. In this unit, we study the interactions between matter, the physical interactions and chemical interactions. We'll study physical changes and chemical changes and how to identify whether or not a chemical change has occurred, and conservation of mass. This unit will also include a section where we study the periodic table and how the properties of elements have been used to develop the periodic table. And our 9th and final unit is energy resources. This unit focuses on the renewable and non-renewable energy resources. So as you can see, our units of study are very diverse. And this year, at the end of the school year, the students will take an 8th grade science end of grade test. There is time built into our calendar at the end of the year to review for our test because it's so important, and we want to make sure the students are prepared to do their very best work. So literacy is extremely important to build an understanding of content. And we'll view and study and read many different types of text. We'll view video text. We will read printed text. We'll also look at pictures, and all to research and to build an understanding of our content. And we'll discuss these texts, sometimes in whole groups, sometimes in smaller groups. So literacy will play a very important role in understanding our content. So I want to take you on a quick tour of Canvas just to make sure that you know how to navigate and find the lessons. So one way that you can locate your students' lessons is by starting on the home page. So start by clicking home. If you ever get lost, go home. Scroll down to the very, very bottom of the home page and click Enter here. We have just completed Unit 1, and since this unit is populated, I'm going to click on this one. And you can see that each lesson is set up by date and goal statement, and there is a link for each lesson. This is just one way to enter the lessons. But here's the other way to enter the lessons. On the left side, there's a list of menu items. Just click modules, because I set up my Canvas course, or a science Canvas course, in modules. And so you can see the lesson page, which just gives the overview of the lesson, and the students will click next in the bottom right corner of their screen when they're done with the lesson plays to engage. And then when they're complete with this activity, they'll click next in the bottom right corner to progress to the next activity. So each of the activities, or each lesson, is set up in terms of modules, and for organizational purposes, you can collapse or expand the modules to decrease what you're viewing at any one time. If you have any questions about navigating Canvas, please let me know. So, success. We all want your students to be successful. We all want your students to be successful. So as we are trying to reach success, which is really the top of the iceberg, there's a lot of work that goes into that process. I'm doing all kinds of weird things here. Here we go. So what are some things we don't see? We don't see the dedication that's necessary for success. We don't see the hard work and good habits that are necessary for success. Sometimes we may experience some failure or have to make some sacrifices in order to achieve success. But think about what we're trying to help the students develop: persistence, dedication, establish good habits, so that what they and others will see is success. So in order to achieve success, there are mastery learning opportunities. When students score below 79% on a formal assessment, they will have a chance to retest, to complete some review activities, and I will clarify that with the students depending on what they are attempting to retest with or to make up. They will have the opportunity to increase their grade up to a 79% if they complete the review activities in order to retest. And this is just a part of developing those good work habits and maintaining that persistence in order to achieve success. When students are absent, please remind them to go to Canvas or phone a buddy or contact me to advocate for themselves so that they can get caught up as quickly as possible. Grading is the same as it was in the 7th grade at J.M. Robinson. Formal assignments are 65% of the overall average, and classwork is extremely important. So daily attendance in class and participation and good in-class work habits, all of that plays a role in completing your classwork, which is 35% of your average. If PowerSchool, if you ever lose your password to PowerSchool, please contact the main office, because that is our official platform for grading and attendance. So please don't panic. We all want your child to experience success. Even the counselor, Ms. Janori, she's important to helping the students have a successful school year. So we all want your kids to experience success. Please contact us if you have any questions or concerns. And I hope we have a wonderful year together. And I hope you found this presentation informative. Thank you for your time and have a good evening.